actually not too bad. I'm gonna see if I can. If I could just get it to where I can actually see. Alright, so now we finally got things going. Again, everybody, this is supposed to, but now it's happening now. And anyways, it's WheelTalk, first episode. So anyways, like I was saying about the Switch, I think it's going to be a cool thing, but I don't know. I'm just hoping Nintendo doesn't botch, things with the titles, because that's the only thing I'm kind of a little concerned about is the launch titles that they were talking about. Just doesn't seem like really, the Zelda one seems strong, but I don't know what the other one is. There was like Zelda and something else.
I can't remember what the other one is. That's how thing it is. That
are you even sure of what they were?
Zelda. I can't remember what other than Zelda, really. And I think most people can't remember other than Zelda. I wouldn't be surprised if they try and bring another Mario title out for it.
Well, yeah, yeah, because I mean that Mario Odyssey thing though, like one of my friends was kind of commenting on the fact that it's like it's kind of like other games that I've played millions of times before, and I feel like he's kind of right in a way because the open exploration thing is kind of like we've gotten to a point where
how can you top Galaxium?
Yeah, but I mean but there's also we've gotten to the point now where it's like you find with a lot of these open world games where it's like it's almost not good enough anymore for people because it's like like Grand Theft Auto, for example, has just done so much with that, and it's kind of like this whole open world idea. I think it's like kind of needs to be like elaborated on a little in a different way now, like to kind of reinvent it, if you will,
Yeah, it can't really be the same run over because everyone's just going to go for other consoles. At the moment, the Wii U didn't do very well, did it, really, in sales? I haven't seen many people with a Wii U.
I mean, I have one, but do I play it? Not really. I mean, if we're in all honesty here, I mean, I play my 3DS more than I play my, I play my 3DS more than I play my Wii U.
I think they did well with that because it's like if you're on a train or something, say, or if you just need like a half an hour gaming session just on your 3DS, you can just pull it out and play.
Yeah, I mean, but initially that got botched, obviously. I mean, initially they lost a lot of money off of the 3DS when it initially came out, which was kind of,
I think it was a good thing in the end, as they started to get more titles like, like new Pokemons, and everyone got really excited for them. And I've played the new Pokemons, and they did do a lot of good work with the new Pokemon.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that I mean, graphically it looks really good. I mean,
yeah, they rethink. They changed to be more open to newcomers as well.
Yeah,
where they've done like you don't have to remember every type of advantage now. It'll tell you if it's super effective or not, rather than you having to go through a graph like before, where you're like, which one's which again?
Yeah, but then there's also...
Of course I know them all, but
yeah, but I mean, I think overall, I think the Switch is kind of like one of those... It's like an unknown... Like, Nintendo always seems like it's always unknown as to where things are going to go with their product, because it seems like they just have... and then they really botched things when it came to, like, the marketing that they did for their, or the production of the mini NES. Like, it seems like they just did a god-awful job.
They could have done some really good thing with it. They could have said, back to your old games, and tons of people would play it.
Well, yeah. Another thing is if it would have had a cartridge slot, I think a lot of people would have gotten in on that. I mean, a lot of people still like it. I mean, regardless, I think it was. I don't think there's anything wrong with the hardware.
No, I played it. I had fun with playing Super Mario World and that again. That was fun.
Right. I think from a nostalgia perspective, but the point that I'm making is just the fact that, I mean, it seems to me that the production thing must have been intentional to some degree, because it just seems like that happens so much with them because they have this problem with they don't want overwhelming product in the market. Their whole idea is, well, if there's less of it, then it becomes more of a, more people want it. But then again, that doesn't really work, because you see with the Wii U, I mean, the sales haven't been phenomenal. I mean,
no,
at all. I mean, they're kind of they cling on barely.
Compared to Microsoft and Sony, they really are getting really in trouble. Just from, I don't mean from with the Wii U, when it came out, everyone was already talking about really PS4 and Xbox One and everything like that, so everyone was already not even talking about it.
True.
And then as soon as it came out, people were saying, oh, what games has it got? And then people were saying, oh, the same ones that you can get on other consoles. And then you're like, wait a minute, what?
I mean, I think that they kind of have the. What's interesting to me is the fact that Nintendo has not died, unlike Sega, because Sega made a lot more poor decisions. But I feel like the reason why they cling on is because of. I just said Klingon, but
Klingon, nice.
the reason why they Trekkie.
Trek fans out there.
Yeah, but anyways, I did my Vulcan. But I think it's I think they barely held on, and the fact that the reason why they held on, I can't even talk right, is because I think of those things like Mario and Zelda and those those things that are exclusive, those exclusive things, and then also the fact that you can download old ROMs essentially off of their store, which a lot of people do for free on the internet. Anyways,
that's what I mean. When they brought out the mini NES type thing, a lot of people were going, well, people are already emulating your SNES, so it's not really a
Yeah, I mean, I made one.
It's not really a problem,
I made one with my Raspberry Pi.
I'm not condoning anyone to download it at all. Don't worry about that. I'm not saying everyone go out download.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that if you look on Nintendo's website, they still maintain that they consider downloading ROMs to be a piracy activity. I've looked it up several times. I don't know the exact wording, but they could still consider it piracy. Obviously, I'm not telling people what to do. I mean, obviously, the situation that will keep you legally unaffected would probably be the situation where you created the ROM from something you had, which I don't think a lot of people have that knowledge. But I'm just saying, I can't condone that or tell you what to or not, But, regardless, I'm just making the point that I feel like they have a lot of good ideas, but it's the way that they execute them, I think, that it, kind of defeats them a lot of times.
Yeah. I think a lot of problems were, with Mario, it kind of went from Galaxy and Galaxy 2, which were very good games. I remember playing them. They were really good. And then he went back to side-scroller in New Super Mario Bros. And then they tried to remake it for the Wii U, for New Super Mario Bros. Wii U. Right. But it actually had less stuff than actually in the one previous, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because you were like, wait a minute, how's it got less when it's supposed to be more upgraded than the Wii? It doesn't make logical sense with it.
Well, yeah,
but,
and then also Call of the Wild or Pulse of the Wild or whatever that new game is that's coming out for the new Zelda game.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about this in Discord the other day. At least I was talking to some group. I don't remember who it was, but there's something where they were talking about the fact that the graphics aren't going to be like any different. The experience on the Wii U versus the Switch is not going to be any different for that game. And I don't know if any of the games are going. Like, is it only going to be 1080? I mean, this thing's not capable of 4K. There's no way.
No. I was having a look at it, and I don't think it's ever going to be near 4K. I honestly think with the Switch, I think they've kind of settled into the. A lot of people have gone. We kind of want to see something new now, really. Then, just this kind of. Well, I'm not saying same old titles because they are good titles, Mario and Zelda. But there's a time
too.
where it needs to like expand. Splatoon, if they made, made Splatoon 2 or something like that, or maybe they changed it with a different name, and say they did that and they got some updated graphics, added new modes and stuff, people would so go for it. Splatoon did
well, and then yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people that really enjoyed that game, and I mean, it even has like I think, doesn't that have a competitive thing to it, or was that just?
It has a competitive thing where they I think they use paint. It's either paint or ink. I think it's paint. No, it's inks. No, it's ink.
Yeah,
because
it's ink.
I'm a kid now. I'm a squid now. Type thing. That's what they say, and they all have to roll over each other's things, so it's kind of like a competitive thing where everybody's working in a team to try and get as much of the board covered at once, and they can all destroy each other, and which is quite cool because it adds a little bit of a.
Was there actually any
type thing,
MLG? Like, has MLG done anything with that? Like Major League Gaming? Like,
I don't think so. I haven't seen it. Most of the MLG is more CS:GO and
that's true,
and Overwatch,
COD and Gears, and
they're really big on Overwatch at the moment. But they're gonna, because it's a Blizzard IP, like they're gonna jump all over that. Because
well, then of course there's like Hearthstone. Hearthstone has been competitive for quite a while. I mean, I mean competitive meaning like professionally competitive as well.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen
some of them are really good. Like it's really
they're really good. I have seen some of it. Most of the people do say it is sometimes the luck of the draw, kind of like poker. But sometimes you could just be poorly done in, like.
Well, yeah, because if you're not getting the right cards to build the correct synergy of how your deck is supposed to go, that synergy is obviously essential.
But I've seen some really good plays with Hearthstone. That's gonna die out anytime soon. That's got
to become bigger, which I mean Blizzard. Well, another thing to go into. There was a Darkening of Tristram event, which I know you haven't. I don't know. Have you experienced that yet? I know we haven't got our characters 70 yet, but
no, I haven't experienced it yet. They did. I think they did it around the same time with World of Warcraft, where they did a little homage to Diablo 3, because in the game you could go into a fantasy realm like in Diablo 3, and you could basically fight cows, like in the thing, and you get an achievement called There Is No Cow Level. And they did that as like an homage to Diablo 3. I think it was for I think it's the anniversary of Diablo.
With the coin cow, you can get that. You can get that mini cow.
Yeah.
To pick up gold for you.
Which I think was quite cool.
Yeah, but with the Darkening of Tristram, though, I played through it. It's pretty cool. Like it's basically they redid Diablo, the first Diablo, like you go to Tristram, Old Tristram, you go through the cathedral, you go through all 16 levels of it, and they recreated the bosses from the original game.
It's been ages since I played the original.
They did a pretty good job, but would I say it's a 1-to-1? Not really. I mean, they made the graphics look new, but they made it look like that pixelated sort of Diablo 1 sort of.
Like an homage to it, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it was a new styling, had Diablo 3 styling. So, but I would say they did a pretty good job. I mean, is it a 1-to-1? No, like I said, it's not. But that's definitely a cool thing to check out. Then, as you know, Resident Evil 7 just came out. I've played a bit of that. Excellent.
I have seen that you can play a headset, which I'll probably do because me and headsets don't go well. I'm not all big on the old VR headset type thing, really. I'll play the Resident Evil 7 because it looks good. It looks like they're going back to the old roots of Resident Evil.
Right. It's very puzzle oriented. I got that from the demo. I picked that up. I played a little bit of it before we started today, and I mean, what I played of it, I really liked. I mean,
I played the demo and I was going through it, and I was going, if this is what the game is like, it'll be really good. Because you had Resident Evil 6 where it was all, oh god.
Don't even get me started on that game. Do not even...
it was all Resident Evil 5 again with Sheva. But,
I mean, I loved Resident Evil 5 though. I did not like 6 though. I just could not get into 6.
Resident Evil 5, I just couldn't get out of Sheva's AI. I always had to have someone help me. Because Sheva's AI would just break for me. I don't know if it was just for me, but many people have problems.
Wait, what area was that? Like, it's been so long since I've...
do you know where you normally... It's like where you...
was this in 6 or 5?
No, this was in 5, where if you got shot, for some reason, right, you'd get shot and you'd take off like a minute.
Oh, shit.
And she'd have, say...
I remember that, but I did love the game.
And also she wasted all your ammo.
Yeah.
Shoot at something through a wall and fail miserably.
Yeah.
And then she get on professional, you got no chance because she just run off and get herself killed.
Right.
Or she'll just stare at you, you're like holding onto your chest, going, help me.
Yeah. Okay. So Dagon Ravensworn, he was saying a lot of Nintendo's issues stem, I think, from the fact that they went into the innovating aspect with the motion jump and the Wii, but then I didn't get the rest of that message. I think I understand what you're saying about how they
as well.
They focus too much on like certain cool features, like like for instance,
like
but
gimmicks,
like that pad, like. I mean, the only game that I saw got utilized like big time in was there was only a few games that actually utilized it. Yeah, I mean that was initially like the whole like sort of like selling point of it is that you could
I did
have
like
your map.
the look of that, but it wouldn't make me buy it.
No, and I mean that was their idea, but yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you. They focus too much on innovating aspects, and I think that partly has to do with a lot of the Japanese influence, because if you look at like a lot of things in Japan, there's a lot of gimmicky things with video games that came out over there that were never going to come out in, say, Europe in your case, or England, and in my case in the US. So a lot of times you wouldn't see those things because, like, you know, for instance, like I think one of the older systems had I was looking at this, the Famicom actually had like a horse betting system in it, like apparently it was big enough over there that they actually had this way, and there was also going to be this whole stock thing. Like I saw some chick online that was doing like weird video game stuff, and I don't know, there's just been a lot of strange accessories. Same thing with like I don't know, there was just a lot of strange accessories that came out overseas, like for different things, like you know, there was like a karaoke thing with one of them. Yeah. Attachment. I think it might have been for the Dreamcast or something. I don't remember. But
and it'd be like if it came over you, it wouldn't sell.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think that as far as to go back to like Resident Evil, though, I think that this is a solid title. Like I think it's I think it's going to be, so far it's been very great. I mean, the VR experience. I mean, I think it's still something that's in its infancy. It's not for everybody. Not everybody loves it. Not everybody.
It is quite expensive at the moment.
Thank you, Nate Kidd 22222 for your follow. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's going to be a solid title for this year. Do you have anything that you're anticipating?
A couple of games for the PS4 that I'm anticipating. One of them is Final Fantasy VII Remake. They're supposed to be this year. With a remake in the battle system, and they've already got a trailer out to gameplay one.
Oh, really? I gotta check that out.
Where they've dated the graphics in it, and they've changed the battle system so it's more like kind of a bit like a mix of 12 routine, but without the auto battle. So it's a lot better.
So is it more like the Final Fantasy 15 system?
Yeah, kind of like that, but still focusing around the main themes of Final Fantasy VII.
Gotcha.
But they've redone all the character art and everything, and all cutscenes, and I think they've done it as well that you will be able to walk around Midgard.
Is it a reimagining then, as opposed to a remastering?
Kind of. They remastered a lot of the graphics and the games and stuff like that. I'm not sure if they're going to take certain stuff out, because in the original there was some stuff that probably would be a little bit questionable if they had to remaster it. Because there was certain like influences. Yeah. Some people were like, this is a bit, weird for a key point for everyone who has played it. Or who hasn't played it, but it's not really a spoiler because most have seen it some way. That he dresses up as a girl to get into somewhere. In the remaster, okay. I'm kind of wondering how they're going to go with that, to be honest with you. But okay.
Yeah.
On the PS1, it was a little bit weird, but remaster, I don't know how it's going to be.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing. Then what else do you got for PS as far as PS4 goes?
The fantasy game's coming out as well. 12's being remastered. They're gonna call it the Zodiac. What is it called? The Zodiac something. What is it? Zodiac Age or Zodiac something? All I can remember is Zodiac. But it's what they call the license grid in the game in Japan. So it's basically the F12. So in FF12 you'll be able to fight the judges and Yazamats and everything like that. So you'll be able to play all them with trophy sport as well. So
that's cool.
That'll be cool to check out.
But also, I forgot, Kingdom Hearts. The Kingdom Hearts prequel came out.
That's what
today.
I was just about to say a minute ago.
I haven't played it because I'm still working on Final Fantasy, and then I have to beat. I'm trying to beat like I don't know. It's like I swear I could do like a whole series on like backlogs, how to conquer your backlog. This is how I did it. Well, I'll tell you when I figure out how I did it, but I mean, you just got to play.
Yeah, with Kingdom Hearts, I think I will get at some point the 2.
Yeah, I probably
will. I'm not
100%
yet. I know I'm definitely getting 3, which is coming out this year as well. Well, it should be this year, but unless they delay it again. Which I'm kind of pensive against, but I am glad it's going to come out, because I'm kind of concerned with 2.8. If I don't play it, that I'll miss something.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played any Kingdom Hearts, really. I haven't played any of them.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I would recommend the old remasters that you can get.
Yeah, that's what my buddy was telling me.
Yeah, for the PS3, because they added, it was kind of kind of like they do with the Final Fantasy as well, where they add all the international stuff, because they like doing that for Square Enix.
Yeah,
so
but
they redo them over here.
Yeah, Dagon Rhythmthorn, he said that it'd be weird press if they changed the whole thing with the dressing up as a girl, and I agree with him. It probably, especially in America, because I don't know if you heard recently with the whole, like, not to get into a whole can of worms here, but with the whole thing with, like, transgenders using like, if they feel like a man or if they feel like a woman, like, if they can use the man or the woman's or man's bathroom. Like yeah, I probably would. I wouldn't be surprised if that unleashed a can of worms. It wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Sure how. I'm not sure how that will go down.
Yeah, so they probably keep it
we'll
because
have to see.
I don't know. We'll see. But so there's that. I mean, there's Kingdom Hearts.
Also, there's also another part in there that is quite questionable too.
Oh really?
If I mention it, if the person in chat who's watching as well, he'll probably know as well what I mean when I say Honeybee Inn that you have to go to. Essentially, trying to blow it as mildly as possible. For some reason, your main character can get into a spa room with a bunch of muscly guys. So why? So, if that is in the remaster, I would love to see YouTube videos of people trying to wonder what the hell is going on when they do it.
Well, there's a lot of things in like in Final Fantasy, even like in 15. Like, not this isn't any plot things I'm giving up, but like the relationships between the different males.
I'm probably going to play at some point, but I don't mind.
Yeah, but the relationships, some of the conversations with the males don't seem like believable conversations that you would have with your friend. Like, like it seems more like when they're talking, it sounds like a, like almost like a girlfriend to a boyfriend type of discussion, if you will. Not homosexuality, but it comes off in this way that's very, like, a little strange.
Like off, like.
Yeah, and then like the pictures,
people to speak like that.
And then, like, how they take pictures of each other. I mean, I do that with some friends, but I'm not stopping, like, every minute, like, Prometo, how he takes pictures all the time. And some of the pictures are actually really funny. If you've ever seen some of them, like you can look them up, and they're, like, really, like, some of the pictures that are taken are just, like, really silly, like, but,
when I first saw Final Fantasy 15, it did give me a kind of, like, boys band road trip type vibe when I first seen it.
Yeah, it's like a J-rock band on a road trip.
But when I saw more of it, I was like, okay, there is a lot of cool combat, it seems.
Yeah, the combat's really cool. It's solid. Like, it's a lot of fun. The dungeons are really fun. I mean, it's a solid title, and it's definitely, there's definitely going to be more to it.
I have heard it's slightly shorter, though, from people than you would expect for a Final Fantasy game.
But then again, I mean,
heard it from a few. Maybe it's just people who play the other ones and are very apt with them, because I'm quite good with
you gotta think about how long
but
some of those games are, man. Like, some of them are, like, incredibly long. Like, I haven't played a lot of them. Like, I was, like, the first one, like, this was, like, the first Final Fantasy that I really got into.
If you ever play 7, get ready for a good old ride. I think it's a 4-disc. So, best of luck.
Yeah, but then we covered Kingdom Hearts, Resident Evil 7, these remasters. I mean, I can't think of really. I mean, there's some other titles coming out, like there's Wildlands and there's For Honor.
With the Wildlands, I've signed up for the beta of PC, so I'll have more to say on that. Like, if you're doing another show about this.
Yeah, we will.
But I will be having a little look at that, because some of the other, I like the look of Siege, which I'll probably get at some point.
Yeah, Siege is fun. I actually played the beta for that, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was good.
It seems to be very teamwork focused. Like, everyone's got to work together.
Oh yeah,
so
I mean, you have to like, and that's kind of one of the things that I feel like I remember, like, the first game that really, like, showcased that, like, working as a team is kind of like Counter-Strike. Really, I think was like the primary, like, you know, game that you had to really like work as a team because like
mine. Yeah, go on.
Well, I was going to say you have to really work as a team.
Yeah, mine reminds me of. It reminds me. Siege reminds me of. I don't know if you've ever played it. The SWAT games.
No.
They were like old school games where you'd have like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
In school, and you go into like domestic abuse thing where someone's been captured or something.
Oh wow! So like a police.
You actually be a proper SWAT team, and you'd have your members go down, and you have to call them in on the radio, and they'd rank you on your score and everything. And it reminds me a bit like that, but without the whole, you know, the getting kidnapped and having to shout at people to get down, otherwise you taser them, like. But it's more it's more shoot 'em up type thing. But I do like it.
Resident Drifter, I saw that you came in here. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that.
Oh, my friend just joined me, killing. That was weird.
Yeah, but
I don't think he knows we're streaming.
Yeah, but anyways, I was going to say the other thing is that like there's, you know, For Honor I'm kind of excited about. I'm gonna be I signed up for the beta for that, so we'll see how that goes.
The beta for that too.
Yeah, I think we actually were in the chat when Scumbag brought that up.
Yes, it does look good because I liked Chivalry, but I got a little bit bored of Chivalry because it had a lot of glitches. Chivalry.
Never played it. Was it? It was similar to this.
It was similar, but the only problem really with it was hits wouldn't count. Swing and you miss completely, and then the lag would be a factor as well.
Right.
So you just have lag, just spikes out of nowhere, and you get killed. It's just server errors or something.
But you were killing people with swords and stuff. You were like having sword fights.
Yeah, it was all swords and bows, kind of like. That's why it reminds me of Chivalry a bit. It was very hard to try and control Chivalry though, so hopefully they fix that in the For Honor. Like they make it slightly easier to control stuff, but you know, not too easy.
Yeah, but then there's a few other games that I've been like really holding out for that I've been really.
I can't hear you very well, man. I think you thinged away from there.
I was just trying to go to my fridge real quick. Can you still hear me at all?
No, I can kind of hear you a little bit in the background, but not really.
What about now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine now. I think it's because you moved away.
Yeah, I was just trying to grab.
Those are the ones. Yeah, those are the ones that I can remember that are coming out. I don't think it. Oh, with World of Warcraft, there's another new update coming out soon. With the Looking for Raid, they're doing the Night Hold, Looking for Raid, but that won't be completed for a while, so it's not really a big update.
There's also, there's two games that have been kind of on my radar for the past 2 years, actually, for one of them. One of them is called Cuphead, and I don't know if you've heard of it.
Oh, I have seen that. It's the indie game. I do like.
And the 1930s style cartoons, yeah.
Yeah, and it's basically kind of like a platform type shoot 'em type thing.
Yeah,
I've seen
it looks like the old school cartoons. Yeah, yeah, that looks awesome. I'm definitely picking that up for sure.
I think everyone's excited for that just to see because the creators. It looks really beautiful. The game.
They did a great job on it.
I'm surprised how beautiful it actually looks.
Yeah.
But anyone who hasn't seen it, go look at some gameplay video of it. It looks amazing.
Yeah, MDHR is the studio. It's a smaller studio, but I mean, it looks incredible. So
if they can do stuff like that, if they can do stuff like that, imagine what they can do on with their other projects.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this could be really...
I think that's going to sell very well.
Well, they've had me since the beginning, and then there's, of course, Friday the 13th. I'm excited to get that going, because I'm hoping that a group of us might end up getting that to where...
Get what?
Get the Friday the 13th game, because I feel like that'd be a fun thing to stream.
That'd be a fun stream. Yeah, that'd be a fun stream game. I've seen a load of people playing it. It's especially good if the person who's the killer doesn't keep in contact with the other people, because then you don't know when he's appearing. So you just be walking around and you just see him come up behind you, and you're like, oh god.
But he could just be in the mic like, you know, like,
yeah,
like in the movies. If you ever seen those, like, that's always the song that, like, I don't know. To me though, a lot of people are like, there's probably going to be people that are like, oh, these kills are so horrible. But it's like that's what I want though. I want them to be as horrible and as ridiculous as possible, because that's just, you know, what it's supposed to be. And it's Jason. Come on.
It's based off a serial killer. Like, he's not gonna. he's not gonna give him flowers.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know what.
And it's the thing as well. It's marked as a 18. So you're not expecting fluffy kittens and rainbows, right?
Well, yeah, and I think there's that other game that's out already that you can that's similar to this. What's it called? Dead? Is it Dead by Daylight or something like that?
I don't think it's Dead by Daylight. I know there's a thing that people are talking something to do with Dead. I know what you're on about.
I can't think of the name of that game for some reason. Because it's one that a lot of people
is it something? Is it some? What's that one? Is it 7 Days to Die? Is that it? 7 Days to Die.
No, I'm thinking of the one where it's like, it's kind of like the same scenario as Friday the 13th, where it's like there's a killer. One of you is a killer.
I've seen the game. I
can't think of what it's called right now for some reason.
I know what you mean. But with it, I think it's you have people who the killer like pops up on things, and people can come and rescue him.
Yeah.
In time, he's got to basically get them all incapacitated, and then he wins.
Yeah.
For that long, everyone escapes.
There's also this other game that I heard about that I went to the game store last night to pick up when I was going to pick up Biohazard, and
I love that
Resident Evil 7. There's a new game coming out. It's like a samurai thing.
Call it Biohazard over here.
Well, it's Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
I know, but I love the name Biohazard. It should have been Biohazard over here too.
Oh, wasn't it?
It's a good name for it.
Anyways, what I was talking about is there was a game that the guy brought up that was like, oh, there's this new Dark Souls-esque type game coming out that you're basically a samurai, and it's similar. It's not by From. It's by the same studio that did the Ninja Gaiden games. So
right, okay.
And I know that's a pretty beloved series. A lot of people really like it.
It was especially known for its difficulty, like Dark Souls as well.
Right. But this one, it's like altars instead. I'm trying to think of what the name of this game is. It's going to drive me nuts if I don't look this up real quick, though.
I think most people are waiting to see what comes from Software now that Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne and everything is finished.
I really wanted a Bloodborne 2, but it's not going to happen.
No. And people were saying, oh, maybe they might do it on PC. It's not going to happen either.
They're not going to do it on PC.
No, they confirmed it's never going to be on PC.
Well, they confirmed it's never going to happen? 2 is never
I can't blame them for it not being on PC.
Well, they probably had a contract There's Sony on that, and I don't think they can really.
It's the exclusive, isn't it? So.
It is an exclusive, so.
That's why so many people are getting PS4s now, really. Well, not all night, but there are a good few for PS4. I'm not saying there aren't any for Xbox at all.
Oh, here it is. It's called Nio.
Neo.
N-I-O-H.
It's named after Neo.
N-I-O-H. I don't know how you pronounce that. It's slated
What's it? N-I-H-O, is it?
N-I-O-H.
Neo. Nio. Oh, sorry.
Nio.
I'll say Nio. I'll say Nio.
I think it's Nio. Which actually translated into English is Benevolent King, is what it's saying. On the old Wikipedia. Yeah, so this is, let's see what the actual studio is. The studio on this is... Team Ninja. Okay. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden Team Ninja. Okay. They kept that pretty simple for a team name.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. And then obviously, the producers look familiar. The Japanese names I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
But from what it looks like, you know, it's kind of like revolving around navigating levels and defeating monsters and that have infested an area. Okay, that sounds like Dark Souls.
I might have to check that out, see how it is.
Yeah, I mean, this looks, I'm looking at one of the clips of like a boss fight, and it's very, very Dark Souls-esque. So I'm probably going to end up picking this up. This game looks... This actually began development in 2004. Wow. So it looks like February 7th everywhere. PAL regions, it's going to be February 8th. Which,
I might have to have a look.
Are you guys considered PAL, like in the UK, or no?
What do you mean, our region codes? Do you mean our thing code? Yeah, we're PAL over here.
Yeah, which I guess is like I guess that's sort of like the... Yeah, because you have NTSC, which is what we use here, and then you have PAL.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure what the difference is. I think it has something to do with the way that the signaling is.
I know about the region codes. Did stuff before with it. I know the region codes for most of the games. I know it's UTSC07 for America. I think it is.
Is PS4 PAL blocked? Like, or is it unlocked?
What do you mean?
Is it like open? Like, can you play games from? Like, I know I can't play games from Japan. And I guess
no, we can't play them from Japan. We can play them from America. No, we can't play from Japan.
But you don't have to play a PAL game. It's not a PAL enabled game.
No, no. I've got Far Cry 4 for the PS4. I got versions, so.
Oh, it varies with systems and publishers. Is what it says for the PAL version. It varies. So I guess
but I've never had a problem playing a game at the moment, so.
Yeah, I think that might have been more of a problem with older stuff, because I know with like the Dreamcast, for example, I know that there are PAL Dreamcasts and there are Japanese ones, and then there's US.
Yeah.
And they play different games. But with the newer systems, And maybe with, yeah, so like Xbox, for example, are region-free encoded, so you don't, you know, you don't have some of that other stuff going on. But, so,
I can't think of any other games at the moment.
yeah, I can't think of anything else worth,
I think those are the main ones coming out around now.
worth mentioning. I mean, I'm not going, you know, obviously I'm sure there will be more.
Yeah, I haven't tried, I haven't tried Destiny's Rise of Iron yet, though. I haven't tried that yet.
Oh, that's a good time, man. That is a lot of fun.
I've had a lot of people saying that it's good to have a little look at if you've got to level 40, so I will be testing that out soon.
Yeah, I mean it's quite a fun set of missions. I've really enjoyed it thus far.
I've also heard it's very PvP's focused as well. Rise of Iron.
PvP, I haven't ran into any PvP in there. The only PvP they really have is like the what's it called?
Crucible.
Like Crucible is really the only PvP.
Yeah. I think more stuff for PvP with it as well.
Right.
Which is good that they're still doing expansions for it.
Yeah.
I did like the Taken King. I haven't done the raid yet though. I still need to get in on that with it.
Well, the real way to set that up is if you can find the right amount of people, maybe within Team MZ or Destiny Tracker.
Yeah. There's a few of us at the moment that are going to say, because most people on Team MZ are max level at the moment, so I'm really just waiting until I get to max level and then get some good gear and then get ready for Taken King. Because at the moment I am doing rules and I'm getting some legendary.
There wasn't really anything else that I don't know. I mean, you know,
Can't think of any other ones at the moment. Dead Rising 4 people have been talking about a lot.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun. Just straight up ridiculousness with the zombie killing.
I've had a look at it and I was like, 100%. Because I mean, did like the other Dead Risings. Dead Rising 3 not so much. It was quite short for a Dead Rising, but you know, and very weird. But
yeah, but then there was also well, originally I was going to have there's this guy that on YouTube, Filthy Gaming, that I was originally going to try to interview. I'm going to see if maybe I can get him on the show sometime. But he's kind of a YouTuber that I wanted to highlight to everybody to kind of check out. He's not huge right now, but he does this talk show kind of like this, but he has like he'll actually bring on like YouTube channels, like bigger ones that actually have like a large group of people creating content. And he had one of the bigger groups, I forget what they were called, it was like something nerd something or another. I forget what they're called, I don't remember exactly, but he kind of does stuff like that. He also highlights streamers and stuff, and he just has kind of a cool style. I mean, he's kind of one of those that I feel like is trying to really be genuine, like when it comes to like his connections on Twitter, which is very commendable, because I think that it's very hard on Twitter nowadays to actually like, you know, I always try to make sure I take the time, like if I add a bunch of people, like to make sure even if I do an auto message that I at least, like when they do respond, actually respond with a real message as opposed to just, you know, and I mean some people have their ideas against auto DMing. Initially I was against it, but what I did realize is that the numbers stand true. The conversations stand true, because there's been a lot of conversation that has been opened up as a result of me doing that. Because people understand, like you don't need to explain like, You don't need to say like, oh, I know you hate the messages, blah blah blah, and have this big long message. Just cut to the chase. I mean, cut to the chase, and people are not going to be offended. I'm never offended by it, because if they cut to the chase, I can click on a button and then bam, there you go. You know.
No, mine just says like, thanks for following, and then I put something like, this is a auto message. If you can leave your Twitch below, or yeah, if you could leave your Twitch thing below or your YouTube, I'll take a look at it when I can, and I'll send you a message back.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I just say that I'm part of Team MZ. I'm a YouTube creator.
I'm able to find, I'm able to find them straight away then, because I've auto DM'd them.
Yeah,
I actually near the top then.
Yeah, I've actually been using a thing called Crowdfire, which I know that I did the paid version, and I know I know the big difference is really that you don't necessarily have to do paid versions. You don't necessarily have to do it that way. But I mean, I was just throwing that out there because it is a great program. I probably won't pay for it again. Obviously.
One I use. I think I use Crowdfire, but I'm not 100%. Mine's the free one though. I didn't do the paid one. I just did normal free one that comes. With
but there were some features that were in it that, I mean, I don't regret doing that because the numbers stand for themselves. The fact that I was at, like, when I first started it, like when I got it the other day, I was at like 700 followers on Twitter. Now I'm sitting at over 1,000.
Yeah, I had to get auto DMs after I hit 1,000, because it was a bit of a well, I'm not gonna say minefield because that sounds nasty, but I'm just gonna say there was a lot of messages coming through, and now I've gone past 2,000. There's like double that amount of messages, so I can't get to everyone in one go, but it will take time for me to get through people. Stina Bear, thanks for showing up. How are you doing today? I appreciate you coming in. I was going to say, I was also going to say that, I kind of wanted to bring up some of those Twitter things because I feel like those are good little hacks to kind of know about. Like, know that there's little tools that at your disposal. I mean, there's free ones and there's paid ones. The paid one obviously has some benefits to it in the fact that it's there's no limits on the amount that you can add. Of course, obviously, you probably should limit yourself a bit because it becomes a bit hectic as you rise up the ranks and you get anywhere above like 1,000 followers. It becomes a little hectic to get through, like you were saying. You're sitting at what, 2,000 now? I haven't. I can 7 at the moment.
And how many DMs do you have right now? Probably tons. Way too many to count.
Let me see how many I've just had come in. 21.
I mean that's.
It's crazy. My scroller doesn't stop moving.
But I mean I think that the biggest tool, obviously, for anybody who's starting out streaming, and I don't know if anybody else is watching this right now. Yeah, it's a Coca-Cola shirt. I love me some Coke. I'm more of a Pepsi guy actually, but I like Coke too.
I'll have a webcam soon because I'm going to be going on Team MZ as well. I'm going to try and get on for a franchise. I think it'll be for the fifth.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously want to team up with him if he's doing the podcast too. I mean, I told M about this happening, but I mean, obviously, I don't want to overshadow the whole thing that's going on with Team Malin. By the way, if anybody doesn't know about that, if anybody watching doesn't know about that, Malin, or Malin, right? Is it Malin or Malin or?
It's Malin.
Malin. Southern Bros Gaming. I guess it's like they're brothers or something. I'm guessing they're really brothers, right? Or is that just the name?
What?
Because it's the father, right?
Of Malin.
Yeah, and then it's like, is he teamed up with another family member? Or no? It's just himself, right?
Like that.
Yeah. So anyways, regardless, Southern Bros Gaming, basically, they're trying to raise money. He's trying to raise money for his daughter who has cancer, and in their life that has been affected by it. I've had a grandfather that passed away due to lung cancer. Okay, and I'm sure, Duel, you know somebody or had somebody close to you that was affected.
I had lung cancer as well.
Yeah, so I mean, there's not a single person, like that's the scary thing about it. There's not a single person that you can find that hasn't known someone, been someone that's had cancer, or has had a friend. They've had somebody in their life that has been affected by cancer on some level. So, I don't know who all is watching this, and maybe people are going to be watching this after the fact, because I'm hoping to post this onto YouTube as well, just to kind of get it out there. But
yeah, it's good for about 28 days though. I think we're doing it till after 31st, but I'm going to still be doing it on my stream as well. Even past 31st, I'm going to do it all the way up to when it ends. From Team Malin. So
when does it end?
Let me double check the goal for you. I think it's in like 27 days, but I think MZ was saying something about 21st, but me and Frankie at the moment are saying that we're going to keep going. 7 days left.
Oh yeah.
We've raised 1,916 and 50 cents.
That's
so
just everybody. I mean, I don't know if anybody's given, like, I don't know how you know your own, like, for each channel. I'm not sure if they have a way of knowing if anybody gave.
No, they know. They told people to do put something in the comments, but with me, I don't really mind if they put anything in the comments as long as it goes over. It's fine.
Yeah, because I just was curious, like, if there was a way to know if people actually gave when they were on your page or on someone else's page. I mean, it doesn't matter, but I'm just saying it would be kind of nice to know if you made a dent in something, if you, like, made a difference.
Yeah, I don't think there is a way at the moment.
But I mean,
they put something in the message.
Yeah, and really the only thing is that I've just been, every time I've been on stream, I've just been bringing up this fact that basically, like, the other night in the stream, I was like, basically, fuck cancer, because that's how I feel about it. I hate it that much that there's, because, and also I brought up the fact that, look, I'm 27. Well, let's make the opportunity for this child to be 27 as well. And that's the only way to do that is by providing this money and making sure that she can live that normal life and not have her child life, her whole childhood, have to be this whole, like, having cancer and this whole, like, but it seems like she's a pretty upbeat child, given her circumstances, because she has this smile. I mean, I've never spoken to her, I've never seen her interact, but I can just tell that she seems like a very sweet child.
We've never like spoken to her, but we have seen her videos for the donations and stuff like that. Videos of the donation, her thing and Emma that I've seen, and she's a lovely little kid. She is.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's no reason for people to not, I mean, of course, obviously, I understand people have their finances, and if they're not in order or whatever, but, I mean, if you have the ability to, just check it out. It's also below on my panel. It's on the panel for Dual Angel 1, which is the guy that I'm talking to right now. You just click on the picture of the girl, and it takes you right to the Rally Foundation, which is, I guess, her foundation, or it's the foundation for
Yeah, it takes you straight to the donation for Southern Bros Gaming.
Right. Right, exactly. And all the proceeds are going to his daughter because this is, this is how he's raising money for his daughter.
Because cancer treatments are a pain, really.
Yeah, not everybody can afford that. You gotta.
They're very expensive.
You guys gotta remember that. I mean, it sucks. It's just because I mean, if I were a parent, I would do anything for my child. So I understand. Like, I really have tremendous respect for him taking the amount of time that he has just to.
I think all of us do, really.
You gotta have some sort of
together for him, like.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like, regardless of what dent my channel might have made or whatever, I don't care. As long as I get the message out there, that's all I care about. That maybe makes you think about it, maybe makes you make that awesome decision to, to give something.
That's the thing with, like, some people are saying that you might get no donations, but at least even if you don't get any donations that day, you're still spreading awareness about it, so people know to donate on other people's streams. So you're still helping out.
Yeah, because I don't care what channel you click that button on. It does not matter to me because
it's all the same button for everyone. Like.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter what channel.
Yeah, but anyways, I'm thinking about doing this on a weekly basis. I mean, it's probably going to be about an hour. I mean, we've gone a little bit over, but that's just because I wanted to make sure I got this little tidbit out there. We had a bit.
It all depends about the games, and then really that come out next. Well, if we hear any other news, really.
Yeah,
at the moment it's kind of quiet.
I mean, obviously, what I plan on doing in the future, the format's usually going to be going into game news. Maybe having a guest if possible. Once we figure that out, of course, because we had this whole issue where, and the reason why I'm sitting here at the Rocket, Rocket League screen is because I needed a game to get into to be able to host the, stream something. So next time I'm hopefully going to do it over Discord if I actually figure out how to use that, or Skype, so that way. I'm hoping that maybe that Filthy Gaming or another YouTuber that I want to highlight might be in there. But
if I come back on, hopefully next time I'll have a webcam as well, so people will be able to see me. But normally, if they check out my stream, they'll be able to see me if I'm doing a PS4 one. So.
Yeah. But I mean, what I hope to do is, like I said, the format's usually going to be like gaming news. Interview someone that we might interview, and then probably like I guess gaming news would be new games and stuff like that. And then and I was thinking of doing is doing like a game like gym of the week, meaning like an old game that I've come across that I think is should be highlighted just for whatever reason, because I'm an old school gamer. I like a lot of old school games.
Same with me.
And I just like presenting some cool titles. So speaking of that, I actually just picked up, again, after a long time, I actually was at a vintage store, and as you can see right here, this is Max Payne for Xbox, which I'm going to put this as the legacy gem of the week, is Max Payne. And I think I'm going to try to do a stream of this this week.
Max Payne. Great game.
Yeah, but I think one of the great things about it is that it was kind of one of those games that kind of like, it did something that kind of changed FPSs in a way. It did that bullet time thing, which was like
started a trend of games.
Yeah, because you didn't have that before, and it was kind of like this Matrix-like thing where you could slow down time, and depending on if you did it at the wrong time or right time, it could benefit you in terms of like clearing a room or clearing an area.
But the Max Payne games, I loved every one of them, so they're good games.
Yeah, and then
1 and 2 were the best. But
I picked up a game called Blood Wake, which was a Xbox only title, and it was like a gun. You were on a boat that had like guns and stuff. Usually I'm going to just do one, but this is an Xbox only title that I really thought was cool when I've seen other people play it, and it's basically like, you know, it's like, it kind of looked like a Twisted Metal in boats, and it looked kind of interesting, so hopefully I'll be doing a stream of that, and also I'm going to be doing a stream of Oddworld, which was also on, it was the one that was for Xbox exclusive one, so that's, you know, and I tried to set up the Dreamcast, but I couldn't. I got this, like, converter, and it just wouldn't work for some reason. I just couldn't get the VGA port to work, which kind of sucked, and I don't know, I'm debating whether or not to return it, but I mean, it can convert component to HDMI for my Xbox, so I don't know, I might keep it for that reason. Because I have a old 360, I don't have the newer one, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much going to be the format. Game news, interview, and then, you know, anything else. Like, if, you know, I might ask viewers, like, for, you know, if there's any topics that they want to, you know, ask about, or, you know, something like that. So, but anyways, I think,
cool.
I think that's a good place to end it, probably.
But yeah, man, if you ever want me on again, I'll be happy to.
Yeah, well, guys, thanks for watching Dual Angel. Thank you for participating, and hopefully we'll be able to do this again.